Okie dokie, we're removing the front fuel tank. Let's see, what's an easy way to do this? I could probably get in there and just undo a clamp. I can't even show you. I can undo a clamp and that filler neck comes off. So it's got two bolts like this, 10mm on the top and a half at the bottom. And the best way to do it is use a little wrench and then get yourself one of those air ratchets and run it off like that. Use PV Blaster. I soaked them in that and that really helped. They're still pretty tough, but it did it. So I got a jack supporting it so it doesn't fall on me. I've disconnected the sending unit harness, which just plugs right on the top. You can pull it right off just by pushing on it. You can actually, you know, reach up and get it. There's a fuel strap letting go. But you can, yeah, undo that. The hose, once that thing comes down, I'm just snipping it. So, whatever. It's old and it's original. So, I'm gonna go ahead and drop this tank down. I might actually set you on a tripod so you can watch. You know what? Let's do that right now because someone bitched at me, you know, for not showing removing of the tank. I tried using my creeper, but it's too awkward. This is where you gotta be like really freaking careful. Oh, well I guess that bolt ain't coming out. There's no reason for it to. Shall we see if it will come down? Oh, it's going. This air hose just winds up. Yep, it's coming off. Fuel strap. Oh yeah, there's some gas in here. Ow. Okay. What does it hang on to? Oh, I see. Okay. I found the oh, it's so nasty under here. This is actually a lot easier than the rear tank. Maybe I should just get a 19 front and then, I don't know. I think there's 5 gallons of gas in here still. There's a lot of gas in there. I think there is a quarter tank in there. Okay. I'm getting the vacuum cleaner. I hate this creeper. I'm being a cheap bastard in case anybody hasn't noticed. What's inside then? It looks like we want to go. That was easy. Knocked a bunch of debris in there. I want to minimize how much debris gets in this tank. Yeah, there's a little bit of fuel in there. Can you see? I need a bigger camera because I can't see the screen. I apparently still need this. This worked great. Just baby steps. Sidewalk ring doesn't look too bad. I'm getting a gasket kit for this, so I can still see debris. Whatever's left of the gasket. Oh yeah, there is a quarter tank of gas in here. And damn dirt. I don't want to suck any gas fumes in there. Let's just wipe it off. On the base. Okay, let's try that again. It actually looks really clean in there too. Yeah, because I left this up and it went doo-doo-doo, and I put it down like that, it went up. So this guy's still good. So, let me show you how much fuel is in here. See, it goes right up to this little edge here, and this little edge is right here. Wow, okay. I guess the best thing to do would be I don't know, jeez, I don't know. I might have to get a pump to suck it out. Alright, gotta take a little break. I got a 5-gallon can there full of gas, and there's still probably another gallon or two, so I got gas for the Mazda. I don't have to go buy gas. Waste not, want not. So, yeah, pour it into a filtered thing, and just dump it right in the car. Already got a quarter tank. It should put me over half a tank, I think. So let's see what happens. Hey there, we're back. This here is a vent gasket. 4-day son bitch. Great, a little bit of dirt went in there. Oh well. At least it's not rusty. I'm gonna wash it out anyway, so. We still have about a gallon or so of gas in there. I'm trying to find a way to get all the gas to just go in one spot and just pour into my thing. It worked good out of here for 5 gallons of it, but it is not working now. I tried coming out through here and it's like, eh. So, but I'm going to put this new gasket in. And get the vent back in here. We will still have a vent. I'm not sure if a diesel really wants a vent, but it's going to get one whether it likes it or not. And diesel's not a straight oil. It is, to some degree, can vaporize a little bit. We're just preparing, you know. Get a little bit of fuel on there. Just pop that in there. There. It's got a new seal. So I need to tape this back up. And I'm going to try and pour gas out of this end here. It might actually flow out. So I'm going to get all the fuel out of this thing, let it air out a little bit, and then I'm going to take the garden hose to it, fill it up completely, and I'm just going to blast the thing and get it real nice and clean. We'll just fill it up all the way. I'll actually pop this back out, and we'll just fill it up all the way to the top and just let it sit for a minute. We'll put soap and stuff in here, just really clean it out. Rinse it real good, get no more debris, all this. I'm going to get a towel and scrub it all down. It'll be a nice clean tank when we're done. Alright, here we go. There's just a layer of fuel in there, not a whole lot. It's like maybe a cup's worth. I'm going to put some Dawn Platinum in there, and we're going to fill it up. And then let it drain out, and then freaking the sun will bake it. Oh yeah, right down the pooper. Fucking all over the whole thing. Get our soapy water and towels. it's lava. I'd say full. This not me as full as possible. Scrub the dab, motherfucker. Pardon the language. Okay, right now I'm making a return line for our project. Here's what I've done. And yes, I know, water's still in that tank. It's still drying up. I might get a clean towel and put it down there to soak that up. But I've drilled a small hole for this piece of line to go in here, and you see it's loose, that's fine. And it's just regular steel line, steel brake line. And what I'm gonna do is, there's a shop just up the street from me. I'm gonna go there and have them just weld this in, so it's just permanent. And I've already, it just smells like Dawn and regular water in there. So that will get welded in, so it won't leak, it won't come undone and all that good stuff. I bought 2 of these, and I just cut the ends off. This end here went in there, and then this is gonna finish off the rest I need in there. And I'll show you the new line that's in here. So this is the return down here. I have it nice, kind of bent to how I want it. It comes up through this other brake line, and it'll come right over here to the return. And I have 4 feet of this hose. It's 3/16. So I'm gonna see if it'll fit the return. It fits snugly over this stuff, and I got some clamps for it. So I bought 4 clamps, but now I think I'm gonna need more of these. Oh well. But yeah, I might even see if Baxter's has one of those little tiny spring clamp deals. I actually need to get those because this clamp I don't like that. So I might go get a kit and put those. This is going to be low pressure. I mean, like not even a PSI. It's just a small dribble of diesel fuel. It's just a return. Whatever the engine doesn't use, it sends it back. The other one is not really going to be pressurized, but it will be suction. That'll be this guy here. He actually needs to be cut somewhere. I was thinking about having it just maybe come up like this and have a pre-filter, if I can do that. If not, I'll just have it come up and then whoop. So I really don't want to have to cut that. So yeah, I'm just waiting for this thing to dry out. Probably let it sit back in the sun for a little bit. It's real nice today. Great day to work on this. The right temperature too. So that's what we're looking for. So check it out, yo. There is a fuel return line now hooked up. Running down there, I still have to go get some clamps, but that's just kind of temporary for now. So the return line comes from this one right there, comes down, goes through that little hole in the frame. Comes along, goes here, gets joined up with a piece of rubber. Look at the bend I did. Look at how fancy that is. Goes all in behind there, and then comes up, and then I have a hose there ready for installation of the tank, and I'll cut it to size. Like I said, I just need to have that nipple welded on there, and then go right over there. This thing will air out overnight. Really, I just want to get the rest of that water out of there so I don't have to worry about it. So, yeah, within the next week or so, I'll have that tank back up in there, and we can throw some diesel in there and bleed it out. We'll check for leaks and stuff, and then I can undo that Yeah, I actually need to get a different fitting for that. It's a slightly larger fitting. I'm going to take it off, go to Ace and find one that's smaller that will fit that hose, and then all is well. Okay, it is the next day, and here I have a return line set up in the tank. I just drilled a small hole and took that brake line stuff that I had bought to make my return line. Well, I had a little piece here that I cut off and just cleaned it up good with a piece of sandpaper. I just used 220 grit. This is like for wood, and it cleaned it up really good. And then cleaned the tank surface, and then got some JB weld. Just mixed two equal parts, and just apply it. Now you applied it with a freaking thing here. Oh, it's already setting up. You give it about, what did it say, 15 to 24 hours to cure. This tank will be sitting for a while, so you know it'll be days before it gets any diesel. So I'm not too worried about the cure time. It'll be hardened pretty good by the time we get to use it. Probably by next week we may be able to use it and have this engine run off the fuel tank and not on freaking life support. So I can actually get rid of this out. It's got some diesel in it. These that stuff is not happy. Transmission hose. I have this fuel line here that I bought. This is the fuel injection hose I got from AutoZone. This is made for diesel and gas, so I went ahead and ran with it. It does have a leak right here, but see that fitting is much larger than that hose, so I have to change that fitting out with a 5/16 fitting, and then I can put that hose on there all the way and then clamp it down, and then it won't leak. And then I need to go get some spring clamps for my return line, but that's hooked up, and then going down to the frame. And then get out of here, Ant. Climb up the truck here. We have a return line. I left all the excess on here just so I can cut it to the length I need. But this hose here, I bought 2 feet of this side. This is not the fuel injection hose, but this is just regular fuel line. 5/16 though. Fits the forward lines perfectly. New clamps, of course. I bought 2 feet and I used one section to join this. Comes here and then joins to where it used to go into the selector valve, but now it goes into here. Just bypasses that. And so 2 feet, and then the excess was this here. This is the same length as the original hose that was here. So we got a new hose here, a new thing there. I already have a new vent hose on the gas tank, and then I'm getting a new lock ring and gasket too for that. And then I already have a new vent gasket in, so the tank will be completely resealed and won't leak. And we tested the sending unit and it still works. I modified the sending unit so that it has a fuel hose in there that goes all the way to the very bottom of the tank, and all is good to go. So we got lines. Check that out. It's all tucked in there. I got clamps for this one too, so I gotta get a whole assortment. Runs along the frame and then goes up to the top. Now here's the underneath of my truck, in case anybody's curious to see how the frame looks. I live in Oregon, so this is about as much rust as you're gonna see on a truck this old. This thing is 34 years old, and look at it, look at it. Even part of that frame back there is like just, all it is just dirt. She's got some surface. There's nothing a wire wheel can't take care of. Wire wheel it, prime and paint, you're good to go.